Alright guys, so we finally made it to Rubicon station area here at the Loon Lake. It's about 4:45 in the morning. We're going to try and get an early start. And our goal today is to get the Rubicon in one day. And throughout the trip today, we're going to share with you guys how long it takes to get through parts of Rubicon and all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and reset my tripometer. I'll let you guys know how much gas it might take in your rig, but there's just a lot of variables as far as timing goes, and amount of gas you might use and whatnot. So but this will be a good baseline so you guys all understand, and for myself as well, how long the trip might take if you guys are coming up here and wanting to do this Rubicon trail. So I'm airing down, and woo, oh, I want to show you guys something here. This is really cool. So I finally got myself a whip light. Look at this. Whoop, whoop. What do you guys think about that, huh? So I got all my lights set up. We got light under the Jeep in case I break down. We got some lights so we can see what we're doing. And my last fit spotlight. Okay, it sounds like my air deflator is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and button up and get on the road. Okay, there's a couple things I gotta do before we go here. So we are at the very the entrance of Rubicon Trail. So first thing I gotta do is I need to let my wife know that I am on the trail and I'm starting my trip now. So this is a Garmin Mini, what do you want to call it, InReach. So what this basically does is it allows me to communicate with my wife in real time. I can send her messages and whatever, things like that. Okay, so there's some preset text messages I can write. Let's see, select contact. Oh, select contact, yeah. Shoot. And I will go through this with you guys more in depth later on. So I'm gonna choose Lynn. I'm gonna do SMS message, okay, and then I'll send one to myself as well, okay, and then write message. Whoops, actually I want to do a preset message, a quick text. Okay, I'm starting from here. Okay, send. So we're good there, and let's get the GPS going here. So we are at Rubicon, and this is my Magellan TRX. We are gonna start here from Loon Lake. Okay, start to end, again. Alright, so now it's recording my track, but also tells me where to go so I don't get lost. And then and the last thing is my front camera's on. Okay, so I think I am ready to go, and my tripometer is reset. You can see right now I'm pointing a little bit downhill, but I got almost a full tank. If I level out, it'll still be full tank. I really did baby my Jeep up here from Fresh Pond. That's where I filled up, and so just above that full line, that's what I would say. Okay, oh, and then what the beeping that you're hearing is my TPMS sensor. So this is an aftermarket TPMS sensor that I installed, and this is a replacement. My old one broke, so it looks like I got a little bit of mismatch going on. So my automatic air deflator is a little bit off, and then it beeps on me when it's below 12 pounds. So I got 18, 19 on the right side and 11, 13 on the left side. So once I get on the trail more later on, it's really cold out here, I'll get out and equalize the air a little bit better. All right, so I got my radios, everything, my camera, food, recovery gear, all that stuff. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so let me note the time here. It is 5:45 in the morning. All right, so here we go, guys. So our goal is to get through Rubicon today in about 10 to 12 hours. Hopefully we'll be off the trail before dark. All right, so here we go. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me turn the flash off. I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but there are reflectors on the granite slabs throughout Rubicon. And you can see all the way up. So hopefully you guys can kind of see the little markers. It's helpful, it's nice. And then we got people camping out over here with their Christmas lights on. That's pretty sweet. Alright guys, so quick update. We are at the gatekeeper. It's 5:56. Okay, and we've gone 0.3 miles. Alright guys, so we made it to the top of Granite Bowl. It's 6:23 and looks like the sun is just about to peak over that mountain right there. And we've gone just over 1 mile, 1.1. And next obstacle that we're coming up to is the whalebone up there. So it is 6:39 and we are at the Wentworth Springs turnoff right here. This is where we go snow wheeling a lot. All right, so we are at 1.7 miles. Okay, it is 6:45 and sun is sort of coming out. We just crossed the Ellis Creek Bridge right there. So that's one of few bathrooms here on the Rubicon Trail. If you need to use the restroom, there you go, ladies. All right, guys. So quick update. We are here at mile marker 3.3, and you can see that little cell phone signal on the tree. That means you get cell phone right here. Hey, good morning, everybody. We're on the Rubicon Trail, and sun is just about to come up. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. It's 8:51, and we are at 4.2 miles, I believe, 4.4 miles from the staging area to right here. And we're at the little sluice. We got a couple bathrooms in front of us here. The bypass is on the left of the bathroom, and the little sluice is up on the right. And then the Spotter Lake is just right over there. All right, so here we go. Look at this. Sun is just coming up. I wanted to come up this way, which is the bypass, so I can catch the sunrise. Down the little sluice, it's down the hole, and you can't see the sunrise. Oh, look at the spectacular view. You got to be here to believe it. All right, guys, so we are at mile mark 6.8. We are on the backside of Buck Island Lake, and it's 10 o'clock. And it took us 4 hours and 15 minutes to get here. I got out a few times to do some videos, so that wasn't straight driving. So I think we could have been here at right at 4 hours if I didn't have to stop. So that's not bad. You know, in my opinion, this is rest of the way it's going to be a little bit easier. We got a big slough, but we got some stuff coming down into Rubicon Springs, but not too horrible. I just want to give a quick update on the Adams Drive shaft. Oops, it's on the other side. Adams Drive shaft. So as you guys know, I put a aftermarket shaft on here a few weeks ago. Then we did Barrett Lake Trail, and it did fantastic up there, which is a kind of like a mini Rubicon. But now that we're on a Rubicon, I want to crawl under there, and I haven't peeked yet. I want to crawl under there, under the Jeep, and look at the front drive shaft and see if it's rubbing on the bottom part of the transmission near the transmission pan bolts. So that's where it was rubbing before, metal to metal. I spray painted it with black paint so that when I came out here today, we would see if the paint has rubbed off, right, from rubbing. So let's take a look. Okay, so I can say for 100% certain that there is absolutely no rubbing. That little silver mark right there, that's just where I missed the paint. If it was rubbing, you would see it a little shinier, and you know when things are rubbing or whatnot. But basically, I don't want to put my hand down in there. But anyways, I'm gonna put a card right up here. You guys can click on that to see where that rubbing was happening. But I can tell you right now, all the flexing that we've been doing, this has been doing fantastic. So no issues, thank God. All right, guys, I just want to give you a quick update. I just kind of noticed this here. So I put my brake line between the coil and the shock, and apparently that's not a good idea. You can see it's kind of, the cover is coming apart. It got pinched between the coil, I imagine. But there's no damage to the actual braid itself, which is good. I'm gonna relocate this behind the shock when I get back. So, well, and the other side looks okay. I did another quick scan under the Jeep, and everything looks fine. No damage so far, no issues. So we'll just keep on. It's having a hard time turning to the left. It turns fine to the right. I went down there and kind of lifted the front of the Jeep up and kind of shook everything, trying to troubleshoot, and it appears like the ball joint feels kind of loose. So hopefully it'll stay on until we get off the trail. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Yeah, so look at this. Well, so hopefully all the turns are right and no left. I gotta sort of back up and do a 3 to 4 point turn to make it go left. So we're on the big slough right now, and I would say that we are almost there. If we can get past this couple sections right here, we're gonna be okay. Hopefully. All right, so we're gonna go nice and slow, and I'm gonna just baby this thing. Woo! All right, this is not good. So basically my bracket that mounts to the track bar, yeah, my track bar relocation bracket, that's okay. It's actually the bracket that's welded to the axle. So basically, oh shit, yeah, everything is broken. Look at that. Oh yeah, so everything is pretty much broken there. It's this bracket right here that's welded to the axle. That came completely off. Well, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna, I guess, try and strap it in there and get off this hill. And hopefully somebody might have a welder. All right.
Where's that split and start bending?
So if you got a sledgehammer,
Say action.
Action!
You may get another
vice grip right there.
So this is no fault of Medic Cloak, FYI.
Not this. This broke. This is the factory stuff broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effing. You know what?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, you guys must be good friends.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
More?
One more. Let's see. One more.
More.
Two more.
One
One
more?
more.
Okay. Now
Put that toe in.
hit the toe.
That's
All right.
good. There you go.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Trail fix at its finest. These gentlemen came prepared with the welder.
Carnage.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that thing is really thin.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I kind of knew that, but holy cow.
What's that?
start
Yeah.
grinding? Right there.
We're gonna put it freaking.
Okay.
Nice. So what's the name of this welder again?
Carnage?
Carnage. This is pretty nice.
Right.
So for all you smart people out there, you might want to invest in one of these. Don't be like the Wagon family.
Okay. It's on. Once you pull that trigger.
Does it have a speed and a heat temp?
Yeah, it's right now it's set up around like for 3/8, I guess.
Okay.
Well, that fucking left the gap, didn't it?
That thing's like brand new again. All right, guys, so we haven't turned this thing around. We made it to Rubicon Springs. It's about just past 2 o'clock, so we did pretty good. So we broke down like around just after 12 o'clock, and we've been welding that thing and putting things back together. It took us about an hour and 40 some minutes, so that's not bad. Big shout out to these guys, Pat and Bob, you know, for having all the right tools and whatnot. So we're really close to finishing up here, up to Cadillac Hill, and then we're on the home stretch. All right. Hey guys, so we just finished up the Rubicon Trail, and really today the main focus of us going through Rubicon was to see how long it would take you if you were just to drive from one end to the other in fairly stock Jeep Wrangler. So it was really a mess, but I'm really glad that I ran into these guys who knew what they were doing. They had all the welding equipment you can think of in their Jeep, so these guys are prepared, and besides, they were actually welders. What a cool group of people. So I'm really glad I ran into those guys, met some new friends, and I'm gonna definitely be sending those guys some swag, some shirts, some lights, some recovery stuff. So thank you guys so much for helping us out. So main purpose today was really to see again what that time was to go from Loon Lake to end of Rubicon here, and we're at 10.8 miles where we stand right here, which is the lookout right above Cadillac Hill. Now there is a little bit of driving still left to do from here out to pavement. We're probably looking at additional 8 miles, but it's all gravel, so I don't really count that. This is really where you can take a deep breath and just relax and just get out to the pavement or to the east staging area to air up and that kind of stuff. So hope this video was kind of helpful and gave you some insight if you guys are considering coming out here. Now if you want to just do a day trip, it's totally doable. We also tested out some of our accessories that we bought over the past couple weeks, like this water jugs and gas can. Obviously we didn't need that today, burning only a quarter of a tank. We didn't need the high lift jack, thank goodness. We also tested the new TPMS sensor, and this TPMS sensor is actually really awesome. This is the exact same one that I bought I think a couple of years ago, but they actually broke and they sent me out a new one. So if you guys haven't seen the video on this, I'll put a link or a little card right here. You guys can go check it out. It's basically, they give you little sensors you put on the valve stem, and you got a little reader inside that tells you how much air you have in each of the tires. So what a fantastic little gadget. Let's see, what else did we do today? Oh, and then we installed some new lights on the Jeep. These are last fit ditch lights, and they work amazing, and I'm so glad I don't have to use it tonight. But this morning, getting here at starting at 2:30 in the morning till 5 to 6 o'clock, these lights right here killed it. Well, check these out. I banged some rocks against the lights and they're all jacked up, but that's fine, no big deal. If you guys want to check out all the reviews on these little accessories that I bought, I'll put a card right here, but also leave it in the description. And at the very end of this video right here, I'll put a little playlist of all the accessories for our trip today, so you guys can go check it out whenever you like. Oh, wait a minute now, quick update. So check this out. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, now we cannot forget about this. So this is oh gosh, I wish you guys can see this. So this is the Garmin InReach Mini. So the battery lasted on this thing the whole day without any problems whatsoever. But the biggest thing about this thing is that when I did break down, well, first of all, I promised my wife I would keep her updated throughout the day where I'm at and how I'm doing. And this little device, what this thing does is that it allows you to send text messages, receive and send to the people that you've set up before you go on a trip. So yeah, that was really nice, so that my wife knew exactly what was going on. And then when I broke down, I was also was able to let her know that I broke down. And when we got done repairing the Jeep, I let her know we were done, so she had a little bit of comfort and knowing what was going on. All right. And also, we bought this Warn wireless winch remote right here, which is nice and cool. I hope to show you guys more about this later on, but we didn't need to use it today. So keep an eye out for this video coming up. Me installing this thing is really simple, cool, and easy. All right, well, that's all I got. All right, guys, you guys take care.